Hey all, welcome to the channel. So I'm going to talk to you about the simulation today that we're in. We live in a high-tech simulation, that's what it is. And with this channel that I'm doing here, I am not an expert at this. I am not an expert at the simulation. I'm just learning about it. But this channel is me learning and teaching you what I learned. It helps me learn it even more. I'm not an expert, so I'm just discovering a lot of this stuff too. I just thought I'd take you on the journey with me. So I've had the awakening. As a kid, I kind of knew things were not what we were told they were. And, some of you have gotten there, some of you haven't, and some of you never will, okay? But most things that are familiar to us have been a lie, okay? They're fabricated, they're all there for control, and we basically live in a simulation that you create yourself, okay? Now, I like to look at it, it's like a video game, okay? The fun thing about it is you can control where you go, okay? And what you do and how successful you are. So it's a very powerful. Now, they've known about this for a long time, okay? There's secret societies, elites, blah, 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 that use this. It's a very powerful thing, and you have the access to it. It's been hidden from you and all of us because they don't want to share that. They want all the power so that they can do with what they want. They're greedy. They want to take everything and leave nothing to us, okay? And so they've hidden this from us. They've put us in schools that are indoctrination. That's all they are. They control the lighting, the food that's out there is a lot of it's poisonous. They add stuff to it. You get the picture. They don't want us rising up. They don't want us to be happy and successful. They want ultimate control. But the good thing is this information is out there and you can take advantage of it. And in this, on this channel, I'm gonna try to share some of that with you and learn as I go, okay? So knowing that, if I do look at my notes, I apologize. I'm not trying to do a perfect video here, just trying to have a chat. Okay, and I'll be doing a lot of these videos. If you like it, subscribe. I'd love for you to follow along and grow with me. Now we live in a simulation. It's a high-tech simulation, that's all it is. Everything is controlled. And, things like TV programming, that is all control. That is to keep you distracted. The more entertainment they can give you, it satisfies the people and they can continue to do what they do, right? Well, no, like a lot of us want to learn how to be powerful ourselves and take the power back. And that's what we're doing here. So in this high-tech simulation, another thing that's been great that I found from this is I'm no longer affected by all the things in the news. I used to get on social media, whatever current world events going on, I'd get all fired up and I'd be arguing with people and trying to prove my point and all this. And just as soon as I get on that app, it's just my anxiety level goes through the roof. I'm shaking. I'm just fired up. And that's exactly where they want you. Well, when you learn that it's a simulation and most of those things you see out there are psyops created for that very purpose, then it doesn't matter. I don't even pay attention. All I do is I watch that stuff like I'm watching a movie, because that's what it is. It's a movie. Elections, all this stuff, it's all predetermined. Republican, Democrat, that is all that's all fake. They know who's going to win an election. They know who's going to be up next. They just create this. They create this fake system to keep left versus right, keep everybody fighting against each other. And as long as they can keep us distracted fighting against each other, we won't rise up and to demand more and actually know the truth. So it's all distraction. It's all BS. When you learn that, world events don't even matter. I don't even watch the news. I haven't watched the news in probably 10 years. Best thing I ever did, because it's all BS. It's entertainment. That's all it is. And it's propaganda. It's not facts. Turn that shit off. So back to the simulation. So with the simulation, the great thing about it is you can control what happens in it. Okay. Most of what we are today happened between the ages of 1 and 7, and they used to say, an old quote from many years ago is, "Give me a child until it's 7, and I will show you the man." Okay, so they knew 400 years ago that that's when all the programming is set in place, is between 1 and 7 years old. In that time span, 95% of your programming is set right there. Okay, and then they continue to reinforce that on a daily basis. I mean, go to social media. It's all controlled. It's all whatever, whatever message they want, whatever way they want to point, people, whatever direction they want to go. And people live in echo chambers. So they only, on the social media, it's very dangerous, because what they're doing is the algorithm's showing them what they are clicking on. So if they're far left, they're going to see the worst of the right. They're going to see absolute worst. They're going to continue to pound them with that same information. Oh, they're terrible. They're this and they're that and they're blah, blah, blah. And so in their world, in their little echo chamber, that's everything. And they think that we're crazy, okay? And then us on the other side, okay? They're showing us the worst of that side. And it's another echo chamber. You're not getting a balanced view of anything. And that's how they can control complete populations. It's the biggest PSYOP operation I've ever experienced in my life. And people don't have the discernment to know that that's happening. I mean, people are robotic. I think that 85% of the population are zombies. They're just clueless. They do no self-thought. There's none of that. They're just robots, and they're being fed this information, and then they go act on it, and some act in a terrible way. And that's what you're seeing right now. And until people can wise up and wake up, start thinking for themselves, it's going to continue that way. So with this simulation, you're basically seeing everything that you push out. Okay, it's you pushed out is what's in your simulation. So if you believe that the world is a bad place, everybody's out to get you, and you're the underdog and all this stuff, that's what you're going to see. That's going to be your world. And I see it all the time with my clients that I work with. A lot of them have that everybody's out to get them attitude, and they don't realize that that's what they're creating, okay? Because they're no different than the other person. So if you believe that money's hard to make, it's going to be hard to make. That's going to be your world. It actually comes down to, you do not have to work harder. You don't. You just have to believe. You have to have the feeling that you already have this stuff. You're already wealthy. You already have your dream house, your dream car, whatever it is. You feel those feelings. Those things will come into your life. It happens all the time. Okay, I have manifestations on a daily basis that I notice. When you get tapped into it, you'll see it. It opens wide open, and some of the craziest things have happened with that, like synchronicities, manifestation, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and it's pretty amazing. But with all that in mind, like, I am stress-free, because I know that the world I see out there is a lot of what I created in my mind, and a lot of the stuff they're showing us is not even real anyway. It's fake. It's unbelievable. And you people that have waken up, you know what I'm talking about. So once you realize that we're living in a simulation and you can control the outcome, it gives you a lot of freedom. And I'm going to go through a lot of this in coming videos about how deep this stuff runs. It'll blow your mind. You people that know what I'm talking about, it can be a lot to deal with when you have the true awakening. It's like one day everything's clear to you and you see the whole picture. You see what they've been hiding. It's all it's mind blowing. And I went through a period where I was really depressed because everything I believed in just got ripped out from under me, and I had to reestablish the new reality. And I was lost for a little while, went through a lot of anger, stuff like that during this awakening process. Once I got through it, it's put me in the best place I've ever been mentally. And the veil has been lifted and I see it all. And it's like a movie, because it is. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna talk about with the Matrix and the simulation. I'll go into more depth into what I believe it is and all that in coming videos, but I just wanted to briefly go over this. Now, some of the other things I'm doing as I'm going down this journey is discipline. You gotta do what you say you're gonna do. This is part of it. A lot of people wanna manifest. It was very popular 8 to 10 years ago. This, I forgot what the name of the book was, but it talked about making things happen in your life by thinking about it, but there was no action involved, and that's wrong. You cannot do this stuff and sit around and do nothing and just expect miracles to happen. It does happen like that, but it's not as common. So you need to be disciplined. You need to say what you're going to do what you're going to say. Okay. You combine that with this work, and your life will definitely improve. The next thing I do is a dopamine detox. Okay. I've had alcohol, drug problems most of my life. I've had all kinds of issues dealing with that. I get addicted to everything. So of course we take that out. That's not an issue in my life anymore, but like other things show up from time to time, and I partake, and those things are nothing but distractions. Okay. They keep me from my source. And so even as so much as coffee, right? I'm not giving up coffee yet, but it's on my list because I just want those times when I don't have anything in my system. I'm just present in the moment, because that's all we have. Okay. Remember, those are distractions. They're just crutches, and so on and so forth. Now, the next thing is self-concept. You got to change the story you're telling about yourself. The way I've talked to myself most of my life, I would never talk to somebody else like that. I mean, it is terrible. I would never talk to another human being the way I talk to myself. And if I don't keep that in mind, if I'm not paying attention to that, those voices will come back in my head, and I'll start talking crap about myself. And you got to work hard to be present. When you're present, you won't do those things. That's a key indicator you're off track, is when you start hearing those voices, those inner dialogues going on that you're a piece of junk or whatever. The next thing you want to do is gratitude on a daily basis. Be thankful for what you have, grateful. You have to get on that. You got to rise to that level to receive more of it. Okay. Now, one other thing I was going to tell you about the simulation is that it's one of those things where you can go down the rabbit hole and really go into what it is, why it's there, who's behind it. It doesn't really matter. Just know it's something that you help to create and you can control. My higher power is God, and I know He's got a part in it. It's just not the way that they taught us. Okay, it's not the story they told us. Okay, that was put in place for control and all kinds of other reasons. And but my source is God, and I know that, and I can feel it. And our heaven is within us. God is within us. It's not anywhere else. It's not with another man on a pulpit or some building or anything like that. God is within you, and you're powerful, and He created you that way. So I don't do religions and things like that. If you do, that's fine. I just see through it, okay? And I've had the most growth in my life knowing that God is within me, okay? He didn't create us to have to seek out another man to teach us, or to get God through another man or a place or whatever. It's within each and every one of us. We are God. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Also, if you're liking this stuff, I am learning this from another man, and I can definitely share that information if you'd like to get some more in-depth learning on that from the actual source. So let me know in the comments, and y'all have a great day.